My name is Maximilian Leckie, working for Luciana Brito Galleria from São Paulo, Brazil. Yeah, in particular, we are very excited to have a big installation by the Mexican artist Hector Zamora. He basically had an exhibition, he formed an exhibition with parachutes from the US military army base in Arizona. It's a piece which reflects a bit the financial crisis in America and also the impact of an army base in the state of Arizona. So here on display we have the 17 parachutes which are packed, logbooks and a video installation. That's a very nice piece. There is photography by Caio Reisewitz, a very known key artist in Brazil, is a photographer. He's part of the German School of Photography. He also studied in Germany, and it's a very gigantic piece, 70 inches by 130 inches of a beach very close to Rio de Janeiro. In this photograph you see actually Rio de Janeiro has very nice parameters. It also reminds me a bit of Andreas Górski, the photographer. It's also actually the second piece which gained a lot of attraction here at the booth, also from both sides, collectors, visitors, and also the media. Besides that, we have a very nice installation by the Slovenian artist Tobias Putri, which now works and lives in Boston. He's also part of the MoMA collection. He's kind of trying to make work happen, but using just natural fabrics or materials. So that's also actually one piece we have here, and I would really name out these three pieces which are really highlights here for me. Our focus was actually mainly to bring Latin American artists, but also basically artists to represent a bit to the world. And so we usually represent also very known artists like Marina Abramovic, Anthony McCollum, Anthony McCall. So basically, if you have an art fair happening, and we're doing 8 art fairs a year worldwide, there's also a story behind. So the whole set and booth design with the art we're representing, we try to have like kind of a message behind that all kind of belongs together and represents also our gallery from São Paulo, Brazil. Let's say we've been attracted by art or by artists. I think a very important word is honesty. I mean, you see an artwork or you see a photograph or a painting, and so what usually touches me is this artwork or is this piece an honest piece? Is there really something that the artist had in mind? What is touching me, or trying to do something simple? Also, it's very interesting. Since we are usually, we are dealing or we represent artists from the contemporary art. So the message, the message usually is laying in the eyes of the viewer usually. But for us, it's more like we show that there's São Paulo, a very big, powerful city in Brazil, and then there's, it also reflects the hype which is talked about Brazil, and also the boom which is there, and also the importance that Brazilian art is getting more important, and also the Brazilian cities are getting more important, also the artists. So there's actually a message behind.
Lucio Fontana born in Argentina, Rosario de Santa Fe. He moved in Milan to Italy in 1948. And in this year was a very important year because he started his movement. He started to write a movement of Spazialismo. Then the title of this painting, all the titles are Concetto Spaziale. This artist, he made the slashes in the last 10 years of his life. Before he made the holes, and after, step by step, he started to change his sign, and he started to go down he tried to do a gestual act. So it's very a new form of art. So that's why Lucio Fontana right now is one of the most important artists after the Second War. I think that Fontana is a very emotional artist. With in his canvas, you can find the harmony of the slashes, the harmony of the color. I know it's the same one color all the time. He used one color, more on the slashes. He started the first artist in the world that he cut the canvas. So he looked to find another dimension of the art. So it's not just a flat canvas, but he looked for another dimension. My father's is a company, my gallery is a family gallery, and he started to buy Lucio Fontana when the cost of the canvas was very cheap. My father understood this new artist, understood that this is a new artist that can grow up. This is a new idea, and this is important for a new artist. If you do a new idea, that you are impressed, you have an emotional in front of a painting, it's the first thing. But it's important that you do something that can give you an emotion. So my father, after that, he understood that Lucio Fontana was an incredible artist, and the reality in Italy was very new. So we start to work with him.
This is a work by Jason Dodge, and Jason is an American artist who lives in Berlin. Lives and works in Berlin since a long time, and is a ready-made, because this is a chimney that is sitting on 3 blocks of wood, hardwood, and but it also became like in the idea of the artist, it became like a needle of a compass that is pointing north. The other piece, which is made in concrete and is by Lara Pavaretto, that is being like one of the very successful work here in Art Basel Miami, where people really got very enthusiastic about. Lara is an artist from Italy. She's Italian. She is 37 years old. She had this year. She was part of a very important show that is Documenta, where she had an amazing installation outside, and she just had a solo show, the Mama Pierce one, and here she is represented with a very important work in concrete, and there are 6 slabs of concrete where she walked on when they were fresh. I'm working with her since 10 years, so it's not. I'm of course very much attracted by this piece, but I'm attracted by her poetry. I don't want to talk about style. I rather prefer to talk about poetry. Her message. It's very difficult to say, like, and it would be very superficial for me, from my side, like to say, like, her message is this, her poetry is that. I'm a man with privilege because I'm working with artists and wonderful poets, and so I have the luck to receive a lot of those moments, like, when I can understand that I'm in front of something very special, very unique, and so it's difficult to describe only one. Like, it's something that luckily, because of the nature of my job or my position, recur to me a lot.
My name is Maria Inés Sicardi, director of Sicardi Gallery in Houston, Texas. For this exhibition, we put together a show of some of the masters of kinetic work and abstraction mainly from Argentina and Venezuela. Most of them moved to Paris in the 50s, and they have been working there since then. I think that was a movement that was forgotten for a while. You know, there's a group of artists who were very well known in Paris in the 60s and 70s and late 50s, and they were like kind of forgotten. And then, because it's an important movement, we thought that was important to represent them and promote their work in the United States in particular. And since then, we have had a series of exhibitions every year and every 2 years by Tomasello, Cruz Diez, Soto, and also Antonio Assis. I think that this art that today is fresh and is interesting, is important, because they are artists that they really make a change in the art history at that moment, and suddenly they were not known, or they were forgotten in the United States. That's why we really have been promoting their work. I think that there are a lot of different movements of art that are, important, but we really decided to show this group because it's what we are interested on, and I think that we can really make a change, and promoting them. We have been able to place many of these artists' work in collections, and important collections in museums, in important institutions from Houston, in the United States, and other places. That is our, contribution.